God, where's the camera? Hi! I think we're live. I have been informed as such. I'm Craig. I will be your keeper this evening, as well as inexplicably and inadvisedly your intro host. And I'm here to welcome you to Final Show Films. This evening we are running the Welcome to Nightgrove High version of Monster of the Week. And I'm going to introduce you to our wonderful players and their characters in just a moment. Holly just appeared magically, perfectly timed. But first, I would like to send out a special thank you to our 25 tier and up supporters here at Final Show Films, Drevian Alexander, L, and Samantha Bates, without whom we would not be able to inflict the inanity and hilarity and hijinks and drama and scares and all the other good and bad stuff that we do every week and every day on all of you. It happens on other days, other than just Thursday. That's the only one that I'm here for. But don't take that as a binding contract. Only show up on Thursdays. Please show up on all the other days because they're very good as well. In case you can't tell, I'm just running on so that they don't ask me to do this again. But anyway, without any further ado, I would like to kick it over to, I guess, me again? Are we fully live? Hello.
Now we're not.
By the way, joke's on you. I'm into
We're
that
live!
shit. So
Ooh, the stream's not haunted.
Fantastic. Yeah. So, before, well, I'll hold off on our rundown until after I do my introductions. But so we're gonna go arbitrarily in the order that y'all are showing up on my screen. So, William / Shawnee, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about, now that we're through our cold open episode, who you are playing at Nightgrove High.
Hi, I am William, or Shawnee, and I am playing Billie Jean Blazkowicz, also known as BJ Blazkowicz. She is the wronged playbook.
Fantastic.
Demons killed my parents. Not that you would know that.
No. They are among the last to get the message thereof. Mark.
Shawnee, you phrase that wrong. It should be not that you care. You're playing teenagers.
There we go. Hi, I'm Mara, and I am playing Lila Reed, who is the monstrous and actual literal sleep demon.
Fantastic. Jeremy.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Alexis Laramie, aka Lexi, and they are the celebrity playbook.
Yes. Yep, that is
Yes.
correct. Excellent.
I thought Holly's a celebrity.
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh,
Chosen.
no, Holly's the chosen, right.
I'm the chosen. Well, wait till my introduction.
Hey, Holly. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing?
Taking the
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Ruby Sinclair, and I am the chosen one.
What? And Sen.
I'm Zen, and I'm playing Zachariel Zach Law, and I am playing the Spellslinger.
And Drev, who plays Sonny Simmons, the flake?
The meddling kid, I think?
Oh, the meddling
meddling
kid.
kid.
That's right. Unfortunately, he's not able to join us this week. Is off meddling somewhere, but we'll be back next week. So previously on Nightgrove, go watch last episode. And now that you're done, we hop back. As the kids are being called out of Mr. Martin's math class and being called to a school-wide assembly, we actually hop out of the school, and the camera shows us actually something over towards I have a sense of where it might be, but I imagine sort of to the south east of town. Sen, is that right?
No, I think we'd established where it was. It was hang on. I think it's like near the county fairgrounds along the along like the like in the shops area.
Yeah. So sort of southeast. If you would like, you can keep it nebulous. If you would prefer, you can go ahead and mark it on the map. We have it there. But we see a decidedly non-residential building. Sen, would you care to describe it?
Yeah, it's sort of like on a back lot. So like surrounded by other buildings, is just a warehouse, the sort of place where you like where like you would house large scale either materials or projects or whatever that you're maneuvering between storefronts or other businesses. But it has it is for all intents and purposes just a standalone warehouse, except for the fact that for some reason there's a very lovingly installed white picket fence and mailbox along the wall that leads to the standard warehouse door.
Is there a lawn, or is this white picket fence and mailbox just on like a gravel drive or a cracked asphalt parking lot?
No lawn. It is just separating like a foot of gravel or like a foot of cracked asphalt from the wall to the fence.
Fantastic. All right. And then as we zoom in through a window, describe the bedroom in which Zach is sleeping.
Uh, yeah. So on the inside, the warehouse is still largely a warehouse. It's just that things have been set up to make it a little bit more comfortable. There is the bedroom, as we're calling it, is one of those suspended office rooms. When we're like they've got like they've rather than building out the interior of the warehouse, they will just hang an office from the ceiling in various ways and like with catwalk to support it. And
Often a foreman's office or something
yeah,
like
exactly. Often a foreman's office. But instead of an office in this case, it's just above the floor, a bedroom, a large uh, bedroom that is filled with. At first glance, you would assume it was filled with like rock and roll memorabilia and things like that, but it's not actually rock and roll memorabilia. It is much more like um, the goth that takes it really seriously, like witchcraft ritual components and icons and like pedestals and posters that they have like the death metal font, but they're definitely incantations and not the names of bands. All over the place, and an incredibly messy like sleeping area. You can't
All
really
right.
tell where the bed ends and the laundry pile begins.
And are we able to see anyone in the bed/laundry pile?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
just like half submerged in the blankets, snoring his head off.
And please
Is
please describe for us what we see.
Yeah, so dead to the world, metaphorically speaking, is a fairly lean and skinny, pale skin, blonde hair with like the beginning of a beard, facial hair coming in. Um, though it's hard to tell because it's blonde facial hair, so it's a little bit darker than the hair on his head, but still not dark enough to really be seen unless you're looking for it. Um, Half dressed, like just bare from the waist up, and then from the waist down, jeans that he could not be bothered to get out of, and just a wild head of hair, completely zonked out.
The chaotic evil of sleeping pants.
Yes.
So is there any light in this room other than the sun coming in through the window? The
Various lava lamps,
glare of a
yeah.
computer. Okay, all right.
And
Well,
yes, a
those
computer as well.
those lights, as well as the light of the sun, are dimmed by comparison in a moment where this previously empty space over the bed is now filled by 7 interlocking burning golden rings, each bearing an innumerable amount of eyes, small wings flitting in an almost imperceptible and certainly improbable manner, flying and holding this structure that seems, on one hand, no larger than a hand span, and yet on the other seems to take up the entirety of the space above from the bed to the ceiling. And then, in the voice of a choir 1,000 strong, you are jolted from your sleep. by the words, "Awaken from thy slumber, thou scion of the fallen, thou wretched scrap of tainted humanity. Thou art late for shul."
Startled awake, like halfway through some Enochian phrase, before he realizes who it is. Why are you the one waking me up, Zachariel?
Ask me how I know that thou art late for thy lessons.
Looks over, picks up an alarm clock that is unplugged, follows the plug to the wall. Oh. How do you know that I'm late for my lesson?
For thy name, and thus my name, has been profaned upon the lips of humanity, not once, not twice, but multiple times, an instance over and over, reeling and beckoning to me like the clarion call of a bell, so profaned by fleshy lips that it was repeated so many times that other human youths within the classroom didst begin to intone, "Bueller, Bueller," in a ritual I do not understand.
Yeah, I guess you don't get a lot of movies up there, do you, big guy?
I have no time for thy petty wastes of time. Get thee to thy lessons and cause my name to be invoked no more.
I didn't pick the name. I don't know why you're bothering me about this.
Because it is thy absence which causes this stain upon my soul, this trial upon my time, which would be innumerably better spent in 1,000 other pastimes. And with great regret, tell thy father I said hello, and then gone.
Yeah, have you seen my pants? Oh, I'm wearing
You're
them.
wearing
And then just very faintly in the fading song of 1,000 voices in this choir, you can hear, "Thou art wearing them, thou fool."
Thanks.
them.
Man, fuck midnight rituals. He says as he gets up and starts getting dressed.
Mind thy language. I have packed thou a lunch.
I love that he's become like a nanny at this point.
There is a Tupperware in the corner with just a Sharpie that says "Mana" on it.
What's in it?
Just people talk about being watched over by an angel. You have it a lot more literally than most.
Yeah, so many eyes.
Do you go over and open the Tupperware?
Yeah.
That's just more fucking mana, man. These like glowing wafers.
I'll eat one.
It tastes transcendental.
Better than
Just
nothing.
raw essence of sustenance.
It's just close it, throw it in the bag, pull clothes on hastily, head out the door.
Okay. How do you get to school? Especially given that you are late.
Let me look at. Do I have anything specific that I can do, or am I just running?
Not to running.
So, to be this for viewers at home, this is my first time playing Monster of the Week. As the spellcaster, can you just do magic that isn't one of your moves?
You can use the use magic move
Cool.
to do something magical.
I guess I guess the first idea that comes to mind is just like going down to the warehouse, sighing heavily, pulling up some chalk that he stole from a classroom, and just really quickly like tracing some Enochian on the door, saying something, throwing something, saying something, pulling a bit of time out of a pouch and throwing it at the door, and then just elbowing through the door, which then opens him into a hallway at school.
Okay, cool. I like that. Let's see if that's actually where it gets you.
Yeah.
Um, so go ahead and, if you would, please give me a use magic roll.
How would I do that?
So it is one of your basic moves. If you look at your character sheet, and we're gonna go on this fun journey together, because this is again a game I have run much more in person than I have online, so I'm not as familiar with these character sheets. So if you look under your moves, um, should be basic moves somewhere.
Might have to add
Uh,
them, maybe.
That's go ahead.
Oh, the
Hunter,
basic moves
the
are.
oh, Hunter moves reference.
Ah,
If you
yeah.
click on that towards the top,
I see.
there will
It
be
has all
a
the
pop
moves.
down, and then use magic, and then you should be able to click on that, and should roll you plus weird if you click
Let's see.
on your dice. Your weird is 2. So if you click on the 2 little dice next to use magic, or you can just
There
roll
you go.
2d6. Yep, there we go. So that did it correctly. You got a
Hit.
1 and a 4 on the dice, plus
Mixed
2.
success.
So a mixed success. So I will say that it does get you to school, but where do you feel is the least convenient place to enter into the school?
The locker rooms.
Where? Okay.
Mostly
Zach is
because
male. Zach
yeah,
is male presenting, right?
yes.
Okay.
So mostly because either he enters into one or two things happens. Either he enters into the ladies' locker room and is immediately pelted with something, or he enters into the guys' locker room and immediately has to deal with what's his fuckface?
Guys
Victor,
from high school.
the quarterback.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you wouldn't, because there has been a school-wide call to an assembly in the gym. So, shall we say then you enter into the ladies' locker room, and as you roll and appear in there, who is your least favorite female teacher at the school? And if you would rather not decide in the moment, that is a-okay.
I'm trying to think of who my least favorite teacher was in high school.
Perfect.
I think it would be language arts. Yeah. Whoever I have no idea what a good name would be for this person. Hang on.
Language arts, like creative writing,
No,
or
like English. Like
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Um
We have no, it would be different from the librarian. There is a librarian named Ms. Larson who looks like a Far Side cartoon, with tortoiseshell glasses. It could be her, beehive hair.
I think like it's not even that. It's that she's a much younger teacher, and is teaching in high school largely because she wants to lord over the fact that she's graduated from college and she's only like 20 something.
Okay.
Like that
Yep.
kind of teacher.
Yep, fair. All right. All right.
Miss Bain.
Miss
B-A-I-N.
Bain. Fantastic. Okay. B-A-I-N.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So you appear and you see you step through the door and out of a locker. And you realize you are entering from a locker where, to anyone observing from the outside, it would appear that you are perhaps hiding. And you can see across the way, inventorying the uniforms, and in the process of folding them, having come back from the laundry rooms. Miss Bain's head sort of whips around and turns. She sees you and she goes,
And also, as he sees her, there is the opening strings of as Carlos Santana's Black Magic Woman playing.
fantastic. And she turns and says, Mr. Law, You are supposed to be in the auditorium.
It's a
I know
very
she's-
old voice for a young woman.
No, I'm trying to do Tom Hardy's Bane and failing
Yeah,
wildly,
yeah.
but this isn't her voice. Um, um,
I thought you were trying to do
No,
like
that's-
Charlie Brown, but more legible.
That's literally just speaking normally into
Yeah.
a cup.
You appeared in the locker room. I was born to it.
That's
no, I'm-
weird. All
there you
right,
go.
moving on.
I'm not gonna keep that one up. She turns around and goes, Mr. Law, what are you doing in here? You are supposed to be in the gymnasium, and you are in the girls' locker room. Were you trying to do a peep show?
Would it be?
She's gesturing to you with a pair of shorts.
Yeah. No, I just took a wrong turn, and I think someone drugged me and shoved me into a locker.
A likely story. In the locker room, hiding and doing drugs. Well, the principal will hear of this.
I pull
Get
a cigarette
yourself
out and put it in my mouth in front of her and light it.
She walks over as you are going to light it and goes to take the cigarette out of your mouth. And
You'll let
will
her.
do so unless you... Okay. Just takes it out, throws it on the ground. Steps it out in the manner of someone who has not done that before.
You missed. You missed that one note closer. Yeah,
Get
there you go.
to
There you go.
the gymnasium right now, Mr. Law, and be prepared. Be prepared to report to the principal's office later. Unless school is canceled for the day, then tomorrow.
Joys of the world, and just walk out.
All right. So you head back out. Are you headed to the hallways, by the way, are very open.
I am not heading to the gymnasium. I don't care what's going on there. I'm just heading to see. I'm trying to figure out how much of the day I've missed, so I'm heading to the nearest, like, the nearest TV monitor or like hallway clock, depending on. I don't know. Are we? Is this the kind of place that has grandfather
90s.
clocks?
No, this is rural Maryland in the 90s. There are not TV screens.
Right.
There
That's fair.
are clocks up high on the walls in little cages.
Yes, I'm heading to the nearest one of those that I can make out to figure out how much
Okay.
what time it actually is.
Yeah, it is not tough. It is a little bit after 10, which means we're into second period. So normally you would be in math class with Mr. Martin.
Math class, gymnasium, or just leave? Oh, I don't want Zakario to follow me around again. He's going to start heading to the math class until he realizes that she wasn't lying and that he is actually supposed to go to the gymnasium, which point I'll go to the gymnasium.
Yeah, you walk past several classrooms that you know should be full and
Yeah.
aren't.
Yep, and then I'll head to the gymnasium.
Okay, all right. In the gymnasium, where the rest of you have been escorted by Mr. Martin, unless anyone is trying to break away on the way there.
Oh, this is kind of interesting.
No reason to break away yet.
All right, so you all come to the gymnasium. The bleachers are down on one side. You can see dozens of your fellow students there, dozens more still trickling in. Mr. Martin sort of makes sure everyone is in and then heads off to stand with other teachers that are in here. You can see standing mid-court in a similar presentation to the school assembly scene from Mean Girls. You can see some of the teachers standing around. You can see Ms. Carity, the vice principal, is here. She is a woman with medium-toned brown skin, dark hair that is usually up in a bun. It is a couple hours into the school day, so it is already trying to escape its bun, and she is wearing her trademark gray fuzzy cardigan that seems to be, regardless of temperature, what Miss Carity generally wears. She is standing next to and speaking to an individual in a brown sheriff's uniform. Those of you who have lived in town for a while recognize Sheriff Deadman, who has been the sheriff of town as long as any of you can remember. He has sort of pale, almost slightly jaundiced skin, and close cropped, buzzed white and silver hair. He has a mustache of the same color on his upper lip. The other teachers are standing about. Uh, are you all going up in a group? If not, I would like to go around and ask who each of you winds up sitting next to in the stands. We'll start with BJ.
I think she probably sits as far up in the back, like at the top of the bleachers and off to one side as she possibly can manage, so that she's got the best view of the entire situation in case something goes wrong and she needs to bolt for a door or something.
Okay. People kind of clock you, people who are already there, clock you as you're coming up, and watch you coming in. Lila, how about you?
I think I'm going to try and sit near Ruby.
Okay. All right, Ruby, where are you headed then?
Ruby's going with Lexi.
Okay. So
Just sort of pass them along.
so Ruby and Lexi and Lila, you all kind of come up. I would imagine like Ruby and Lexi, you kind of are together and go up and sit down.
Mhm.
So Lila, are you sitting on the other side of Ruby?
I think I'm gonna try and sit behind.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Fantastic. So who is beside you then? Who do you squeeze in next to?
It's a good question.
It can be somebody we've already met, or it can be somebody totally new.
I think let's do somebody new.
Great.
Let's meet some people.
Absolutely. Is it somebody in your grade
Um,
or somebody that you don't know at all?
Don't know at all.
Cool. Describe them briefly, and
Yeah.
then but we'll come up with a name and everything else.
Let's say a freshman. So I can sit there and be kind of cool next to them in comparison. This is good. Yeah. I don't have let's see.
Gender presentation.
Yeah. Gender presentation, another girl. And has some braces happening.
Okay. So she is very clearly sitting next to a friend on the other side.
Mhm.
And sort of looks up over to you, and opens her mouth. You can see the braces, as if to say something. You can see that she has like the colored bands in are
Oh, yeah.
alternating like in candy corn colors,
Mhm.
going around. And she opens up and then realizes that you are someone that she doesn't know, and kind of closes the mouth and just kind of scoots over a little bit.
Thank you. Sit down.
All right. And so other people are filtering in at this point.
I think, by the way, we are probably since X was following Y was following me. I think we are honestly near the door
Okay.
because I have very odds are this is going to be boring and we're gonna have to do our patented skip out maneuver.
Like front row towards the edge.
Yep.
Okay.
Fascinating. All right.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, so you all post up. So Lila, then you're in the second row. BJ's all the way in the back. And the as everybody sort of seems to have filed in and set up, Vice Principal Carity turns and says, "Hello, everyone. I am sorry to have to call you all here together for this. This is the worst part in any educator's job. But some of you may have heard some rumors. Some of you may not have heard anything, but we felt it was best to call everyone together. Sheriff Deadman is going to speak to you all in just a moment, but I felt it was it was probably for the best that the news were to come from me and from the principal. Um, your classmate, um, your schoolmate, Mark Toland, was found dead over the weekend, and there is kind of a susurration from people and murmurs going on, a few gasps, very audibly from the middle roll. Somebody goes, "Who?" Um,
Craig, sorry, I had a question
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the nightmare that she had,
Mhm.
did she know that that was Mark in the nightmare? Does she remember that?
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay, all right.
fascinating.
Yep. Because you saw the face at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the scarecrow. Yes.
Is this when I walk in, or am I already here?
No, you're not here yet.
Okay, cool.
We'll do that in
Great.
just a second.
Yeah.
Should I roll a die for Mark?
If you didn't already yet, then well, he's also super new, but I mean, Lexi
That
probably moves
means
fast. So
Fucking nothing.
yeah.
I don't remember what the results are, and I don't know where I put them. So.
I believe that means I get to decide.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
So
It was 5 first, right?
yeah. What's that?
It was
No,
a
the 5 was for,
Oh.
but the other new person.
5 was for Brace's girl.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. I missed that one.
I just
No.
listen. A new character comes. I'm just rolling a d6. So
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I need those. I don't remember where those rules are.
Yeah. We'll double check on that later.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think it was a bad breakup, and I get to pick. I believe it was 3-1. So yeah, I think maybe okay. So Mark asked you out on Friday. Why did you say no?
Um.
And why did you do it in a way that would have hurt his feelings?
The latter answer is real easy. Because I was high.
Okay. Well, and now he's dead.
Yep. Yeah, and the reason I said no probably was honestly, I feel like I was going to be spending time with my little sister.
Okay.
But because I was high, I said it I didn't mention that and just said it in the worst way possible.
Were you like, how old is your sister? Is it 12?
Like 12, yeah.
So were you like, I'd rather be spending time with a 12-year-old?
Right.
Or I've already got one kid to babysit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, poor Mark.
Yeah, truly the worst thing to happen to Mark all weekend.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, when you're in high school,
Listen, that's just a testament to how good the date would have been for
right,
him.
right, absolutely. So, Ruby, how do you respond to this?
Ruby is trying to stay composed and not completely freak out in front of everyone.
Okay.
I would say Lexi can definitely tell something is wrong.
Okay.
She is shaking. She is doing everything she can to not jump from her seat and leave right now.
Okay.
Craig, I would
question real quick.
Yeah.
Do I even recognize the name?
I will leave that up to you. I think, you know what? Here's the thing. I think, especially on the one, I think it's more interesting. I think you do, and I also think that Ruby was there when you said this to Mark. So potentially, that might be something you interpret as Ruby responding to what you've done. Whether that's an internalized guilt or not at all, that's a character.
To be
character
fair,
decision.
I know what's going on with Ruby as of late too.
Fair, also true. So that information is available to you.
Okay.
Is there any kind of outward response, not necessarily that Ruby would notice, but is there any kind of outward response from Lexi to the name?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay.
That was Ruby. That was the dude. And
Wait,
then I
who was
stopped
he?
there
Yeah,
because I was
Ruby
noticing.
is like pale, like about to
Yeah.
pass out pale. Yeah.
Wait, and then Lila leans forward and
Yeah.
says,
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
who was he? This
From
is why
behind
I'm
you.
here.
Okay, Ruby's gonna jump out of her skin when there is person over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's a skeleton! Get it!
Wait,
Jesus Christ, where did you come from?
Did you know the kid?
I think
No,
from the,
not at all. And I'm grabbing Ruby's arm, and we're leaving the auditorium.
I think from the back row, once that mess started happening, BJ just kind of leans forward and starts to pay attention to that more than whatever is happening with the adults.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Shall we say because I was going to ask about BJ next, but shall we say BJ is like upper row but behind them as well?
Probably,
So
yeah.
okay.
They said they were sitting near the door. That's probably where she's
Yeah.
at too, but just at the
Yeah.
back row.
So are you going to try to sneak out or are you just up and walking?
I'm rich and famous. I'm walking out the door.
All right.
I'm entitled.
Also, I feel like with Ruby's reputation with the teachers, they know she wouldn't be leaving for like no reason. Like it would be something like she was sick or something like that.
All right. So you all get up and start to head that way, and you all can see
Is
Coach.
that where we collide with the guy walking in?
Actually, yeah, I think I like that at that point. So the teachers are kind of trying to restore some order. You all can see Coach, who is a he's the coach. He is wearing a blazer open. He's over a polo, a little bit of a pooch in his stomach. Bald head with a comb over, big chiseled jaw that has gone a little bit soft with age. And moves sort of in your direction and goes, "All right, ladies, I know this is a lot of bad news, but I'm going to need you all to hustle up, get back in there, and everybody pull it together. We're really going to need you to get back on that bench and hold it together for the set." And at this point, that is where everybody in the stands is talking and everybody is moving around. The teachers are moving forward to try to call things. Zach, this is when you walk in through the door behind Coach, and you can see Ruby and Lexi heading sort of in the direction.
Oh man, I was hoping for a collision.
Immediately sees Ruby and Lexi. Song sting again. There's a slight nothing visible on his face, but like a slight hitch in the step as he's in the middle of walking. Do I know if, because he's completely ignoring Coach, Jeremy, would I know if Lexi smokes?
Oh, absolutely, 1,000%.
Okay.
That is the least dangerous drug that they do.
Let me ask very, very briefly. Are you all trying to move around Coach and get to the door?
Yes.
Okay,
that's
great.
why.
I wanted to have that information. Sen, tell me what you were about to say.
Oh, I mean, I guess that might change it depending on what's happening there, but he just no idea what's going on because he missed the entire announcement. So he's just heading in to find a seat and just while passing, if possible, we'll just like hold out his pack of cigarettes towards Lexi so she can take one on her way out.
Which and is that the moment that Lexi runs into him?
Do.
Yep.
And is that the moment that Lexi runs into Zach? Not paying attention,
I think
looking
so.
at Coach? Okay.
I think so.
All right. Yeah. Take it away.
Oh, hey, babe. Thanks. And on instinct, there is no rational reason for them to do this. While leading Ruby out, grabs Zachariel and pushes Zachariel out the door too.
So, all right. So
Actually, no, there's a very good reason for this now that I think about it. But they did not think of it at the time. That was just an instinctual move.
Okay. So the three of you push towards the door, and you can hear Coach going, "Oh, hey, everybody! I'm gonna need you all to come back in here. Everybody's gonna need to cuddle. Come on, hey,
Fuck off, coach.
watch language. That's not appropriate unless it's used at the other team." And we all are outside the door.
Do you shove us? Do you shove me back into the women's locker room?
No, you're far away from the locker
Okay,
room at this
okay.
point. But where are you all trying to head? And are you trying, because the teachers will come out after you. Are you all running? Are you all looking to hide?
I don't know what's going on, so I'm checking with Lexus.
I have zero. I feel like Lexi has absolutely no level of respect for particularly certain authority figures in the school, and will just do the simple, like, walking away, completely ignoring any kind of get back here thing. Because what are they going to do? Physically stop me?
Okay. Yeah, so you're not trying to do it stealthily. You're not trying to hurry
Nope.
up and do it. So,
We are
okay.
just walking.
All right. So you can hear, like Coach opens the door just enough, to push his head out. He goes, "Hey, you three, get back here. I'm not legally allowed to physically stop you all, but just to be clear, if you all continue, you all are going to wind up meeting with the principal."
I'm having really bad cramps, coach.
Me too.
Well, that's go ahead and roll me roll me a manipulate someone roll. One of you can, the other can then, depending on the results, roll charm.
Could I add into that by just going, "Don't worry, coach, I got it."
All right, so let's get a manipulate
Use
someone
the
roll.
help to
He has no idea what's going on. He's just like trying to give the weird idea that they're okay because I'm here, like kind of situation.
So I would like you said sorry, it is a
Manipulate someone, which is a charm roll.
okay.
Only one of us needs to make it.
Only one of you can make it. The other one
I
can
will-
potentially roll to aid after, which is a cool roll.
I will give it a go. I've
How's-
got a charm of 2.
Okay, I've got a charm of 1. I can assist.
Manipulate someone. 8.
Okay. I will let the other two of you both make aid rolls because an 8. So it is a I think help someone roll. It's a roll help out. So it's roll plus cool.
It's plus cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's better for me.
9.
So that gets me to a 9.
Oh, geez.
That doesn't help at all.
All right.
Sorry.
So
That's okay. You're traumatized.
Yeah, that works.
So go ahead and take a point of experience, Holly.
Okay.
Another one.
And Coach kind of looks back over his shoulder and looks back in and goes, "Well, you're not supposed to be leaving, but if it's," and you can see a bead of sweat start to roll down.
She's having really heavy flow right now.
If it's cramps and
really heavy
blow, I guess it's all right if we come along and make sure you get there okay, right, son? And it turns and looks at you, Zach. So I'm gonna walk with you all and make sure you make it to the ladies' facilities.
Cool. Could you get just to be safe, could you get a mop first? Because there might be dripping.
Not with that roll.
Okay.
For
Actually-
reference,
Question.
Yep.
When can you spend luck?
Anytime you want. You have a finite amount for the entire campaign.
Okay.
And it ticks down towards something bad. So if you
Yeah,
want to
it
use it
starts at
right
okay
now,
and goes to doomed.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Ah.
Your functional success here would not you having a full success versus a mixed success on a help roll. Um, the main difference narratively would be that coach wouldn't make you come along.
yeah.
Um, but so you have a mixed success in that you are being allowed to leave and you are being allowed to get to a place without direct supervision, but coach will walk with you to make sure you are going to the place you said.
That's fine. We're going to the bathroom, so
Um, for reference, having seen that strong reaction and concluding that there's probably something to that, BJ is going to try and, while everyone else's attention is fixed on everything else going on, just sort of slide past behind coach and just sort of slip out of the gymnasium while everyone else's attention is divided and sort of circle around to approach their direction from not immediately behind coach without getting coach's attention.
Okay. So go ahead, give me an act under pressure roll.
Oh, by the
I
way,
think I want to try and do that too.
Okay.
I found
Lila is sort of standing up at this point, kind of like looking a little bit like unsure for the first time, and is hugging her
I will, in
Vest around
fact,
her.
spend one of my luck to turn that into a 12.
Okay.
Act under pressure.
I remember. By the way, I discovered where the warehouse was. It's off D'Souza Avenue, so slightly further north than what we said earlier.
Okay, fair.
Yep. No, that's a 4 for me.
Okay. All right. BJ, you are able to go and sort of slip out as kind of in the people are sort of looking at there is an outcry. You are able to kind of go over and slip in behind essentially in coach's blind spot and in also the blind spot created by coach's bulk
Yeah,
as you go
it's the camera shot has the view through the wall of the room where it's just like coach in the doorway looking out, and as he sort of turns to look back in for just a split second is when BJ is walking past his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of those things that works in like a video game where people have telegraphed fields of vision.
Yeah.
Which seems to be the logic that is applied here. Lila, however,
Yeah.
go ahead and mark your experience point. And as you are sort of going, you can see at this point the teachers are fanning out a little bit, following kind of following coach's example, but perhaps a little bit more effectively and a little bit more calmly, at least especially in your case. As you hear sort of from your side, you can hear a soothing voice say, "Hey, it's Lila, right?
Yeah.
Hi, listen, I know you and Mark started around the same time. And if you turn in that direction, you see Ms. Barmazel, who is has sort of flowing golden hair, pale skin, a smattering of freckles across her nose. She's probably late 20s, a little older than Miss Bain. Um, she is the both the counselor and also the creative writing teacher at the school. She has a autumn themed cardigan on in sort of like a rich brown with fall colored leaves sewn across it.
Yes.
And a pleated skirt that goes down under the cardigan in a sort of falling ombre from a dark red to an orange.
I want this outfit.
And she looks down and you can see she has like bright, pale blue eyes. And she is looking at you with what appears to be a genuine yet practiced look of concern.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. That must be so hard. Listen, I know that you are probably feeling all sorts of ways about this, and I want you to know that and everybody else here at Nightgrove is here for you. But right now, the sheriff, and this is hard for him too. The sheriff has something to share with all of us. So, um, would you like it if I sat with you? It's okay if not. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but I would like you to pick a seat that feels right for you, and
No,
just sort
I'm
of
good. I'll go back. It's
that's
fine.
okay. Okay. Do you want me to walk you to the seat?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's good. And listen, again, I'm always here. So, anytime, I really mean it. Lila, I'm so glad that we had a chance to talk, even briefly. And even though I'm sorry it's under these circumstances, and you're sort of like, are you like walking off at this point?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Things have been so bad already, and she's really not having a good morning since since her
Um,
crush.
are you like, does she see that on your face, do you think?
Yeah, a little
Um,
bit.
she says, oh, Lila, I am so sorry. If you would like, I am authorized to give you a hug here in this public space. And she's
No,
sort of
I'm
like
good.
in a very
I'm
sort of
good.
like
I'm
the
good.
the arms come up to a carefully calculated like 20 degrees off of straight down. Okay. She says, okay, all right, that's fine. Well, if you change your mind, you can raise your hand and indicate I would like a hug.
Sticks
Okay?
hands in pockets. I'm gonna go now.
Okay. All right. That's good. Um, so are you headed back to a seat?
Yes, I think
Uh,
I would like to sit in the very back now.
okay. Do you go up and like you look around
I
at where
take
BJ
BJ's seat
was and
probably.
BJ's
Yeah,
gone,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um um and you sort of you get up to back there and uh uh you can see uh there's you can see it like a couple of the football guys are sitting there, and one of them, Victor, that you recognize with sort of close cropped hair, look over and go, come back to seat. Weird new kid probably having trouble processing emotionally.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm glad the precedent I set for Victor Wall has stayed.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. Um okay. So we will hop at this point, we will hop back contemporaneously to you all heading to
I
the bathroom.
do need to ask.
Yeah.
Does the luck special trigger every time I spend luck on anything?
When it makes sense narratively. What is your class's
Mine is when I spend luck, I find a dangerous lead on my prey.
yeah, for sure. Okay.
Just curious how that plays out over the course of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So okay. I know what it is. Give me a second to be
Yeah,
able
no,
to
absolutely.
introduce it. Yeah, 100%.
I'm
Where are
looking
you
forward.
going?
I said I think I'm trying to, when I step out and see that they're headed basically to the bathroom to ward off Coach. I'm gonna try and circle around the hallway and try and approach that from a different angle, so that I can try and approach after Coach has seen them safely to the bathroom and had to return to the auditorium.
Okay, well, just to be clear, the result of the earlier rolls is that Coach is going to stay there while they're in there. You know that if you wanted to, this bathroom, whether it's because you've taken advantage of this yourself, this bathroom does have a window that is high up, but you could potentially reach it if you go outside the school, come around, and climb onto one of the dumpsters outside.
That then.
Okay, all right. So
I
you're
mean,
heading.
we're going out the window anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
like one of the two. Like we will meet up somewhere in that intersection.
Okay,
Yeah, but we're
all
gonna
right.
have to get Zach into the bathroom.
It's fine.
Yep. Okay. So we'll pick up you are sneaking off outside. You as you are going out, BJ, going out one of the side passages, you see one of the school janitors, an older guy, sort of tanned, creased skin, salt and pepper hair, heavily favoring the salt. Just there, sort of mopping down one of the passengers and sort of humming to himself, and just kind of looks up, sees you, nods and goes back. Doesn't try to stop you. Doesn't say anything other than the nod.
Mhm.
Seems to be humming jingle bells under his breath. And you were able to go and head outside. In the bathroom, Ruby and Lexi, what are you two doing?
Yep. Get in the bathroom.
Zach
Does
still outside?
Yeah, you listen at the door. You can hear outside Coach going, so Law, is this the year we're gonna get you to come out for football? What do you say? It's still a little late in the season, but I think you got some real hustle in you.
No.
about this time, door
Oh.
opens. Sorry, we need a little extra help. Grab Zach and try and pull him in.
More of a basketball guy, huh? Well, I could. Whoa. Well, yeah. Hey, Law, make sure that the dispensaries are stocked.
Will do, Coach.
Door shut. Then there's the heavy sound of something being dragged across the floor as like the heavy like garbage can is put up against the door to make sure that nobody else comes in.
You just hear from outside like there's sort of a heavy flow. Like you could like hear him sweating. There's a little shudder, immense discomfort just radiating through the door. And utter incomprehension of female anatomy.
Zach, honey, could you help? Could you see if we can figure out how to get through that window up there? Because we need to not be here right now.
As you point at it, it opens.
I didn't do that. Did you do that?
Was that when BJ's face sort of leans into the?
Yeah.
Zach is like halfway through saying "I have my ways" when BJ's head pokes in.
Oh, I mean,
Oh, hey,
that works. Zach, can you go up there? I need to talk to Ruby for just a second, and we will join you.
I will clamber out the window and to BJ. What the fuck did I miss?
Well, apparently, one of the new kids was found dead, and if I'm picking up my rumors right, it's the same reason that. What was the name of the I Believe kid? The one that is always bugging Sammy?
Cecil Harmon.
It's the same reason that Cecil Harmon is not at school today.
Do I know
So
Cecil
I'm
Harmon?
assuming.
Yeah, you're a Nightgrove resident. Cecil Harmon is the sort of the conspiracy kid. He's got a show on KGRV that broadcasts at like really weird hours, but talking about this is the kid who's convinced that every light in the sky is an alien and every government official is a snake person.
He's the so close you almost had it.
Right.
Huh.
So I'm thinking Cecil stumbled on something actually a problem, and it killed the other kid. So probably worth investigating. And Ruby had a big reaction to hearing that, so I want to know what she knows.
Apparently, according to what they told Coach, it's a heavy flow. He says, we're looking and sounding confused and offering a cigarette to BJ.
That's girl talk for I need you to fuck off while I go do something.
Ah.
Do you take the cigarette?
No, she doesn't smoke.
Okay.
He will immediately turn it back into his own mouth then.
Are you all standing on top of the dumpster still, or are you hopping off?
She'll hop down from the dumpster until it is requested a handout to grab someone.
Zach goes into the Slav squat on top of the dumpsters.
Okay. So so you turn around and look. BJ, you notice thinking back also to when you were leaving this morning, looking at this dumpster, which is very full. You know that usually trash pickup happens on Monday mornings. And what you notice at this point is that the dumpster is still very, very full as Zach is aura farming in Slav squat pose up on top of the of the dumpster, you look and can see that like the lids are not. It actually probably should be sort of coming down a little bit under Zach's weight. And it's not because it's very full. You can still see some of the bags poking out that seem to have been there all weekend. And you
After
think back,
garbage disposal should have been done already.
yeah, and you actually think back to this morning as you were tearing out from your home on your motorcycle, remembering that the trash cans that either I mean your dad still can do the trash. So who takes out the trash in your family? Is it you or your dad? Your mom has trouble with it.
I think Dad does it entirely out of undead habit because it's just a thing that he always did, and so he continues to always do it.
It's like Plants versus Zombies, but he's just moving the trash can back and forth.
Yeah, pretty much.
You notice as you were leaving that the trash can was still out and had not been collected yet. And I think you probably guess you if that even registered at the time, the thought was, oh, they must be late today.
Yeah, but now that I'm seeing it here, it's like, there's something
Yeah.
bigger going on now.
Yeah. But this hasn't been picked up too, and it strikes you as even more odd that the school has.
She tilts her head for a second, and then lifts the side. I'm assuming this is the trash can. It's got like the two halves of the.
Yeah,
the lid.
yeah, exactly.
She's gonna lift the half of the lid that Zach is not standing on, and sort of reach down and sort of pull one of the bags out.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you pick up and pull out one of the bags. Zach, do you say anything as BJ is just turning away from you and doing some dumpster diving right next to you?
Like watching BJ do this, light in the middle of lighting a cigarette. Do you need a hand?
Any idea why trash hasn't moved today?
Because
Anywhere?
but anywhere?
I have not seen a trash pickup happen at all today.
Maybe they're running late. Is it a holiday?
Everywhere?
Is it a holiday?
Not that I know of.
We'll pause there for you two and hop back inside the bathroom, and then we'll hop back to the auditorium or the gymnasium after that. Ruby and Lexi, tell me once Zach has hopped out through the window, what is the conversation that you two are having?
Is
All right, talk to me. What's going on?
Like she's gonna throw up.
You're okay.
Okay, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, no, okay. Nightmare, latest one
Uh-huh.
this morning. It was Mark in my nightmare. I just want to double check with you, Craig. She saw him basically being turned into a scarecrow.
Yeah, you saw essentially a scarecrow, but with Mark's not head, just face, with a light coming from inside, the eyes and the mouth.
There was a scarecrow in a field with Mark's face, with the eyes lighting up. That was how I woke up this morning.
Okay, first of all, wow.
Yeah, I told you it was worse than bad.
Yeah, no, it was worse than that. Well, now I feel slightly worse for shooting them down.
I don't think that has to do with what happened.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying.
Not everyone you shoot down dies, okay?
No. Half the fucking school would be dead. But
making a note.
That's not true. 30% of the school would be dead. They're not that selective.
No, I just meant in terms of my projected kill count for the season.
Oh, fair. Okay.
With this information, well,
I have an idea, and I think it might be one you might like.
Okay, what?
Well, all right. So you know that a little while ago, Zach and I were,
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I think Zach might be somebody who might be able to help you with this information.
How?
just trusts me. I think he can.
Okay, can he actually help me, or is this just you
No,
trying to
no.
get us together again? Okay.
Okay, first of all, bitch, one thing can serve two purposes. Because yes, no, that is not entirely not the motive. But also, yes, I think he can legitimately help you with this situation.
I have literally never actually spoken to him before, and now you
I
want
know.
me to
I will
tell
do
him
the
about
talking for you.
everything
Listen,
that
I will
Mm,
explain for you, but I'm not going to do it until, just like I am simply saying that I think that can possibly help, I'm not going to spill all of your details to him until you tell me it's okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
I trust you.
Well, let's get out that window.
Okay.
And I don't know what we're gonna do about the BJ problem, but that's
How high
honestly,
up?
I don't even think it's that much of a problem. I'm sure be fine.
Oh, aren't you after BJ? Or did I
I
read
did
this
not
wrong?
say that one way or the other. Thank you very much.
No, it's not what you said. I know the signs.
Oh look, the window's about the right side. Let's
Yeah, you're
let's
after
let's
BJ.
get you
All
up in
right.
there.
How high up
Actually,
is the
no, you help me because you can
Yeah,
probably climb up.
yeah, no, that was my question. Yeah,
You've
how
got the
high up?
badass powers.
How high up is window?
So window is probably 6 feet up off the ground, and it's
Oh,
small,
that's
but
no
it is
problem.
that Hollywood height of window where it is conveniently sized for someone to fit through, but it's supposed to look like it shouldn't be able to. Just like vents, which are always
Mm.
conveniently person sized.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, she'll squat down and like hold out her hands like this. Okay, step in.
Yep.
all right. And so, as Lexi, as you are lifted up, what, if anything, do you say as you look out to the sight of BJ on the ground holding a trash bag, about to pull it open, um, and and Zach like crouched, sort of crow-like on the edge of the dumpster, looking down with interest, or at least apparent interest from your
Am
angle.
I about to fall on this trash can or on this trash bag?
I mean, it's on the other side, but definitely if you want to, you can. Oh, or you can be positioned
I
to
don't
fall
think.
into the open
Here's
dumpster.
the thing. I don't think Lexi wants to, but I think it's funnier if I do.
There we
Then
go.
do
Fall
it.
straight into the dumpster. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So do
Oh
you just
fuck!
um
Oh crap.
uh so so there's a scream. BJ and Zach, you turn to see Lexi plummeting into the open dumpster. Um and Ruby, are you sort of climbing up after? What are you doing in this
Uh,
moment?
Actually, she was going to give it a little bit of distance and do a handspring up
Fantastic.
to
So
grab
you go
onto
to
it.
do a handspring up. Lexi plummets into the open dumpster. There is a scream, and then from outside the door, the camera cuts to Coach, whose head whips around. He goes, "My God, the flow! It was too heavy." And he said, "Don't worry, ladies, I'm coming." And starts turning and trying to push through the door, which is of course blocked. And I think, given the time, that seems like a good go to commercial moment.
Yeah.
And we will jump back after these messages to find out what's going on in the gymnasium. So
Oh
thanks
my
very
god.
much, folks. We are yeah.
Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Don't we all wish for that?
We're back. Another story.
Damn it, I missed it.
You were pining for the fjords.
I really was.
Off to the fjords and the ice cold currents.
Well, speaking of /2, Mara,
Yes.
we hop back into the action to Lila, who is now sitting up in BJ's evacuated seats. The everybody else who did not manage to sneak out through various doors or hatches or other escape routes has been corralled back into the bleachers. The teachers are now, where they had been previously kind of in the center, they are now taking up essentially flanking positions between the remaining students and the doors.
I had to
Which are
very
on either
briefly
side.
interrupt to say, because it will not escape my brain until I say it. BJ's evacuated seat is my red jumpsuit apparatus cover band.
Fantastic. So as everybody gets seated down, Miss Carity holds her hands up overhead, claps a few times, and says, "All right, everyone. All right. I know. Again, I know, and I am so sorry for those of you who had not heard. I am so sorry that to be the one who delivers the news to you. But again, I felt it was best coming from me. But now that you have been informed, I would like to turn things over to Sheriff Deadman, who wants to address all of you on some matters of public safety and public interest this week. Sheriff? And she turns, and the wizened face of the sheriff turns towards you all. He's holding his broad-brimmed sheriff's hat in his hands. And turns and looks to you all and says, "Children, students, as your vice principal said, this is not a message anyone ever cares to deliver. I've been sheriff of this town since before all of you were born, and I had very much hoped to make it to my retirement, which is in 2 weeks, without having to give this sort of news to all of you. But sadly, here we are. Your classmate has passed on, has been declared deceased. In light of this, it is my inclination to declare harvest canceled for matters of public safety." And there is a outcry of protestation and outrage around you. Lila, how are you reacting in this moment?
I think she's quiet and watching this because, like, the whole harvest thing, we were told about harvest, in the last period, which is the
Mhm.
first time I had heard of it, like
Yeah.
this weird
She
actual used to be a human sacrifice thing apparently, which I only slightly believe. Um yeah, I'm kind of like watching all the reactions, staying quiet back up here. Are there other I don't think Lila hangs out with the new kids. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do
Right,
that. That's
right.
the worst thing you could do. Um, but does she know? Like, I think her thinking on this is like, where the other is like anyone else missing is kind of like what she's looking around at. She knows the people who left.
Sure.
But I'm kind of like looking around trying to gauge reactions.
Sure, absolutely. I think go ahead and give me a slightly modified read a bad situation roll. So
Okay.
roll plus sharp for me,
All
please.
right. Mhm. 9.
Okay. All right. So, with that, the kind of what you're trying to figure out is if anybody else is missing. So
Yeah.
you can, in addition to the kids that are uh that left, you saw Ruby and Lexi leave. You are realizing because the seat is empty that BJ has also seemed to have left.
Mhm.
You were aware that he apparently was not in school from some chatter in homeroom this morning, but you do not see Cecil Harmon. Um, I will put a bookend here to note that Sonny Simmons may or may not be here, depending on
Mhm.
what Drev retroactively decides has happened. Um, but as you are looking around, you do also notice that kind of conspicuous by their absence, you note that Charity Lancaster and Ritchie Corporation are also not here.
Ooh, that is interesting because they're high up on the echelon of
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school hierarchy, if I'm
I
remembering
think
right.
you kind of clock that because they are often the sort of gravity well around which some of the lesser stars in this school spin.
Mhm.
Um, and the arrangement of people in the stands is a little less stratified due to their absence.
Yeah. And that's interesting because Lila also, I think, knows that Ruby and Charity have not been getting along, so the mystery thickens.
Yeah, yeah. Um, So the outcry around you is continuing, but you can hear Sheriff Denman say, "But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cancel Harvest because the
Wait,
mayor
what?
told me we'd already put a deposit on the carnival rides and said I couldn't. So um, what I can do instead is put a curfew in place between now and Harvest." And that leads to like a slightly different tenor of outcry, but certainly another outcry.
Yeah, now Lila's a little upset. That's worse. I don't like
Um,
that.
so I know you're all teenagers and you want to be out and about. And after I've retired in 2 weeks and my replacement is in place while I'm out sailing the sunny seas of the Bahamas. You all can do whatever you want or whatever my replacement determines. But now it's still my job to make sure all of you are safe and okay. So by sundown, all of you need to be home. Um, and somebody from the crowd calls out, "Well, what about the Wicker Man burning at sunset?" Um, and uh, Sheriff says, "It's after sunset. You all can go. You can ride the funny cars. You can carve your jack-o'-lanterns. You can go see the biggest rutabaga in the county. But you are going to need to be home before sunset. If Deputy Schuster or I find you all, and I actually, it's up to you whether you know this. The size of the local sheriff's department is two people. It is Sheriff Dedman and Deputy Schuster.
Okay.
Um, um, uh, I said, if we find you out, I'm also deputizing all of your teachers to report you if you all are found out and about uh, in town outside of your homes. Your parents will be advised of this and will be alerted if you are out. But again, this is for your own safety. So I don't want to see any of you come to harm. So we're going to make sure that this happens. Now,
What happened to him?
kind of turns and looks at you, and some others are like, "Yeah, yeah, what happened to him? Yeah, you got to at least tell us that. If there's danger, shouldn't we know?" And the same voice from the middle goes, "Who is Mark?" Um, says, I'm afraid that's information that's related to an ongoing investigation. So at this point, we are not at liberty to share that information. Um, However, on that subject, if any of you all have heard any relevant information, or if anything comes up, if you all have any idea where Mark was on this past Saturday, or where he intended to be, why he was where he was, um, please alert myself or Deputy Schuster. We can be reached by phone at the sheriff's office. One or the other of us will try to be there. The other will be out conducting an investigation. Thank you all for your time. Be safe, and remember, be home by nightfall. And again, the student body is erupting back into various individual conversations. He turns back, nods to Vice Principal Carity, who comes over. They share a quiet word, and then she turns and says, "All right, everyone, you all are dismissed back to your classrooms. Um, we will try to make sure that the rest of the day goes in as calm of a way as possible. But please remember um, that our counselor, Ms. Barmazel, is here if anyone needs assistance with processing this or just anything else. If you are in any of Ms. Barmazel's creative writing classes today, please note that she will not be available, so you will have a study hall. Please report to the library with Ms. Larson. All right, everyone dismissed. Back to class, please. And teachers start to move forward to collect their classes. What are you doing in this moment, Lila?
Lila's gonna go find the counselor, Miss Barmazel again.
Okay.
And she's gonna play it up. Miss Barmazel, I really don't.
Yes.
I don't feel great. With everything that happened with Mark. And I just
Of
think,
course.
could I possibly be excused for the rest of the day? It's
Well, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead, Lila, and give me a manipulate someone roll?
yeah.
And we'll see.
As you say that in character.
Yeah.
I have a natural appeal, so I can roll plus weird instead of plus charm when I manipulate
Ooh.
someone.
Fantastic.
All right. There's a way to change this.
You can also just
yes.
click on your weird stat if
Yeah.
that's easier.
All right. 11.
So you can see a line appears between her brows and her her eyes start to go a little moist, and she says, "Oh, of course. I think that would likely be for the best. I am so sorry. Were you and Mark close?"
Yeah.
Oh.
I just really want to go home.
Of course. All right. I will write you a note. Why don't you come with me? We'll stop in at Miss Carity's office and stop in before we go.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yes, of course. I can also offer a reassuring pat on your shoulder.
No, thank you.
Okay. Of course. Absolutely. Please come with me.
And I'll
Like,
follow her.
don't like being touched.
No, no. And like that's the like willing to do this to get out of, I need to be outside of school where the action is actually
Yeah.
happening here. I gotta figure out what's going on. But having all of my classmates see the counselor give me a hug is worse. That's worse.
I'm going to walk you to Miss Carity's office. I will be 2 feet behind you and 1 foot to your right over your shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. At your own time, at your own speed.
She's gonna walk.
Okay.
Where are we going?
You are going to Miss Carity's office, the vice
Okay.
principal's office, which is
All
next
right.
to the principal's
Okay.
office.
All right.
Back outside, where Lexi has just fallen into a dumpster, and Ruby is doing a somersault up out the window. Is that right?
Front handspring.
A front handspring. I definitely know how that's different than a somersault.
It's very different.
That's what I said. I said I totally am aware of the intricate difficulties between. But for our viewers who might not know the difference, why don't you go ahead and describe them, please?
Well, it's more like it's closer to a front flip, but your hands are
Yeah.
pushing
Handspring,
you
a
up.
somersault, your whole body ends up rolling
Yes.
on the ground. A handspring, only your hands ever touch the ground and your feet.
It's
Okay.
Touch the ground.
it's the acrobatic movement where a front handspring, they jump forward, put their hands on the ground, and push off the ground to flip.
And it's also not sideways at all.
Yeah.
It's like
Correct.
okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you
Side is cartwheel.
got it. All right. See? Now I know 3 different ones. So,
School, it's educational.
yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So, where do you think you'd land? I'm not going to make you roll for it because this is
Oh.
kind of your jam. So I assume you do this in just as Lexi decided to do it in a comedic way. That you do this in a super badass way.
3-point superhero stance landing.
I'm
Or
thinking she lands in the sort of hanging halfway from the window.
Okay.
if
Nice.
if I may, because it would be funny, Zach was going to go help you out the window, but if you
Yeah.
don't actually need it, it would be funny if you landed if you knocked him off the dumpster and landed on him.
Yes. Let's
Okay.
go with
Fantastic. Love that.
That.
All
I
right.
didn't realize
At-
he was there.
And I
Yeah.
think at that exact moment is also when, as Ruby is colliding with Zach, is the same moment that BJ is reaching into the dumpster to help Lexi
Yep.
out of help Alexis out
The
of
pop up.
out of-
I'm okay.
Here, let me give you a
Ah!
hand.
Thank you.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry. And then she realizes who it is. I'm so sorry. Hi.
Looks up, needle drop.
Again.
Again.
Hey,
Hi.
it's fine. This thing only costs more than this entire fucking school. All right. This is awkward. Zach,
Yep.
honey.
Yep.
Ruby still be on Zach.
Yeah.
She hasn't gone
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Just sitting on
I'm
his
like,
chest.
I just peek over her shoulder. Ruby needs to talk. And me by proxy need to talk to you about how best to put it, your thing.
I mean, that's a bit personal, Alexis. We agreed to not talk about that.
Not that thing, the other thing.
Oh.
So
Wait, that one?
I don't know if people need to go for this conversation to happen.
I mean,
There is a banging from inside.
we
the
should
window.
probably
I-
go.
I think we all
yeah.
need to go right the fuck
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Ruby will get up.
Yep.
And
Let's go.
She will help Zach up.
Zach will accept the help up, and then, being the Chronicle school skipper that he is, will lead them to a relatively easy place to hide, like a disused storage unit, like whatever, like where they keep the volleyballs they haven't used in 5 years, like that storage room.
Oh, I was just gonna. Lexi starts walking towards their car,
That
like
works too.
towards the parking lot.
That works too.
I am establishing the fact that at the school there is a dead volleyball office,
Yes.
like a dead
Yes.
letter office.
Mhm.
So I support this.
I have made the note in my notebook, dead volleyball office. I'm not going to give that any context. I'm sure that'll make sense to me when I look at it
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
100%.
Obviously.
I'm gonna laugh if I remember the context and you don't, and I can
Yep.
point exactly to this sentence.
I mean, that's gonna happen. You know that's gonna happen.
It's my dead president's cover band. So you all are just you're just headed towards your car.
Yep.
Okay.
Because consequences at the school are not a thing that I think I worry about. Whether
BJ,
I actually suffer them or not is another question.
Right.
But
BJ is dragging this garbage bag. Just has lugged it over her shoulder and is bringing it with her because she hasn't had time to check it yet.
Why, BJ, Beach, what are you doing with the bag?
Checking to see what's inside of it. That's so important that garbage isn't running today.
It might
I'm sorry,
completely
what?
just be a coincidence.
It might be, but I don't believe in coincidence at this point.
You really should.
I really shouldn't, all things considered. You of all people should know that.
Lexi, did the trash guys come and get your trash this morning?
I don't fucking know.
How don't you know?
Do I look like the trash person?
You don't want me to answer that.
Don't answer that as I brush shit off my jacket.
I will point out the Manors at this point. You all who live in the Manors, you know that the Manors uses a private trash contracting company that comes through. It is
Fair
not.
enough.
It is not city or county pickup.
Regardless, I definitely did not pay attention.
No, 100%.
Ruby, did they pick the trash up at your place?
Also lives in the.
But probably
that
doesn't.
this is important information for you. Ruby lives next to me.
The look on Zach's face says that he hasn't parsed why it's important information to him.
No, I know, and and Lexi's expression clearly says that's adorable.
The Manors has a private trash company. I don't think it comes on the same day.
No, it's on
That-
Thursdays.
Sounds probably right.
See, not all trash runs on the same day, Beach.
Yeah, but all the trash around here runs on Monday and should have run by now.
Maybe they're on strike.
Maybe
From what?
Maybe they died in. Can we get to the car? Also, is everybody here who I am? I know 3 people are or will be in the know about information.
That seems like a good time to pause on
Yes.
on that moment. And we'll hop back briefly to Lila.
Yep.
Legit.
So Ms. Barmazel has walked exactly as you can hear her very modest pumps clicking behind you as you all walk back through the hallways. Everybody else is coming back. You can hear teachers starting to get back underway. And you are taken through the halls to Miss Carity's office, which is kind of towards the center of the school. And Ms. Barmazel knocks briefly at the door. There is not a response, and then opens it and goes in. You can see inside. Do you think you've been sent to the principal's office or the vice principal's office before?
No.
Okay. All right. So you are let in. There is a sort of aggressively 80s faded couch in one corner between two tall plants that sort of were probably purchased at about the same time, but the one closer to the window is doing significantly better than the one on the far side of the plant.
You might say?
No, not ferns, but I appreciate the reference. And that one has grown much higher and is sort of twisting up towards the closest window. You can see Ms. Carity's desk is set up. There is a bookshelf behind it. Another window to the side. There is one of those "Hang in there, baby" posters up on the wall with the cat clinging to the trim, and then there is a Nightgrove Volunteer Fire Company poster over to the side, which, according to September, seems to be celebrating great dogs in firefighting history. So there is it looks like a woodcut of a heroic looking Dalmatian on an old bucket brigade line. You are not 100% sure how this Dalmatian is helping the Bucket Brigade line, but it's certainly there.
Moral support.
And yeah, exactly. There is no there is no Miss Carity, and then there is a door over to the left of Miss Carity's desk on the interior wall. That is it just says the principal. There is a bronze nameplate, which looks honestly a little verdigreed, and you can see sort of a dim orange light from behind the blurred glass of the door.
Huh.
sort of that smoked glass, you know, the
Yeah.
yeah. And so she says, we're just gonna wait here for a moment for Miss Carity to come back. I'm gonna go ahead and write your slip. And she moves over to a filing cabinet beside the bookshelf and opens up one drawer, looks inside, closes it, pulls out another one, pulls out a stack of slips, reaches over, sort of gives you a half smile and says, you can sit if you'd like, or you can just stand. I'm sure Miss Carity won't mind if I borrow one of her pens. And reaches over, picks a one of several dozen identical blue Bic pens out of a coffee mug shaped like an apple with a worm making the handle
Yes.
set on the desk, and takes it out and starts writing up the form.
Lila's gonna perch on the edge of the couch.
Okay, all right. And about a minute later, the door, which has been ajar, opens, and you can see Miss Carity come in. She looks over at her desk, sees Miss Barmazel, looks over at you, um, and says, Miss Barmazel, Miss Reed, isn't it?
Yes. I'm gonna pull my skirt down slightly. This is
Okay.
professional.
Um, she says, I am terribly sorry to make your acquaintance on this day, and looks over at Miss Barmazel and says, Miss Barmazel, I think given the circumstances of today, disciplinary actions probably aren't. And there is a little bit of a flicker to the lighting. And she says, well, perhaps, but and Ms. Barmazel looks up and says, no, 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 no. That Miss Reed is having some needs some time to help process her grief. She was a friend of Mr. Toland, and um, I just after having spoken with her, I think it's best perhaps if she's not in a place that reminds her so much of Mr. Toland and their new acquaintance. And Ms. Carity's face softens and she says, "Oh, of course, of course. Here, I if you have it filled out, I will take that from here." Um, and she turns to you and says, "Ms. Reed, again, I am tremendously sorry. And I hope some time will help, and I hope we'll see you bright and early tomorrow for a new and a better day."
Watery smile.
All right. Um, and uh, she says, "All right, well, you just be careful, okay? And remember what the sheriff said."
Huh?
Um, and they sort of turn, and Miss Barmazel gives you another of those practiced gentle smiles, and they both sort of are sitting and looking at you awkwardly.
Has anything like this happened before? It does.
Well, Miss Carity sort of looks at Ms. Barmazel. Go ahead and give me an investigative mystery roll.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes.
But I think, yeah, I think you can make this for me with charm.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Uh.
So you can just give me a charm roll.
Actually, question on that, because my charm is actually not super great, my weird is the good one? Would it be
Yeah,
weird
I think
in
because
this
this is essentially similar to a manipulate someone. Yeah, I think you can roll
Mhm.
plus weird here.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was investigative mystery. All right. 9.
Okay. So you may ask one of the
Yes.
following questions, or you can ask a more specific generalized, a more specific question. And I think yours has this sort of thing ever happened before.
Yeah.
Is a good one. So if that's
Mhm.
what you would like to find out.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, so Ms. Carity sort of looks at you, glances at, and you can't tell if she's looking at Ms. Barmazel or at the principal's door behind her.
Uh-huh.
And then sort of sighs and looks back to you and says, "Well, it didn't used to, but," and then the lights flicker again, and she says, "You really probably ought to be uh, heading on home, and do try to get there before it gets dark."
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm very curious about all this. This is fascinating. Um, have I met the principal before? Has the principal ever made okay, I didn't think
Nope.
so.
No, you
All
have
right.
not.
Okay.
All meetings it has been Ms. Carity on behalf of the principal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I
Either
don't
just
I-
Vice Principal Carity, or
Have,
Vice Principal Carity on behalf of the principal.
have any of us met the principal?
No.
Cool. Good to know.
This explains why I disregarded the threat of going to talk to the principal. So no one ever goes to talk to the
Yes.
principal.
You only ever talk to the vice principal on behalf of the principal.
Yeah, I will also say, you have been, I would imagine, for someone who smokes around campus, you've been sent to last year and maybe even already this year, you have definitely been sent to the vice principal's office.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
know that couch is just called the couch, because when people get into trouble, you get sent to the couch, which means you have to go to Ms. Carity's office and sit on the couch and wait for Ms. Carity to take your file out, look through it, which might take longer in some of your cases than others, and then have a very serious heart-to-heart with you, and sometimes call your parents as a result, or sometimes you get sentenced. You have actually never been threatened with being sent to the principal before, which, as you're thinking about it, makes Ms. Bain's comment or threat kind of stand out in retrospect.
Hmm.
Maybe just because she's a new teacher and doesn't do that kind of thing. This is, if we didn't establish it, may I suggest that we establish it now? Because she is young, she is freshly out of college, freshly with her teaching degree, and this is her first year. So she's like 2 weeks into her first job of teaching and is already just an absolute asshole about it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Should we also establish, because I know we did for the rest of the characters last week, if the what Zach's reaction or like memories of the harvest would have been? Because there
Um,
was a I
yeah,
don't know.
we did
I don't know if that's
not.
important.
Yeah, that's a good question. Zach, if you would please go ahead and give me, just sort of in thinking about the harvest, which is a festival that takes place every year on or about the 21st of September.
Your character
Um,
hasn't heard it, but it's been mentioned a couple times. And
yeah, yeah. I mean, your character would know
important.
about it having grown up here, which until 1982, or rather until, I guess 1982 was the, yeah, until 1982, when there was a lawsuit called Maryland v. Summer Isle. There was a wicker man burned that contained the Harvest King or Queen, a 16-year-old resident of the town chosen for that purpose.
Yeah.
Um, so go ahead and give me a weird roll, if to sort of determine your character's outlook on that as it comes up and is discussed this week.
9.
It's, you are noticing maybe, and you are sort of free to notice in character that some of the new kids are having sort of weird reactions, but that's pretty much kind of how things have been. Um, Up to you if you went when you were little. I think probably your parents didn't take you when you were little, when they were still actively burning people.
Yeah, probably not.
But it doesn't strike you as weird.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like,
I-
some towns have weird traditions. It just so happens that this one didn't stop until last decade. But
I think BJ is the only local resident to whom it has been weird thus
Yeah.
far.
yeah.
Yep.
And of note mechanically, if you like to read into mechanics, that is because BJ rolled low on weird that time.
Yeah, and because BJ has a -1 weird, which means she is more aware of things being weird than most.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Sorry to
um,
sidetrack that, but
no. That's a good point. So just something to inform your role play, Sen. And
Gotcha.
so yeah. So in this moment, then, are you headed out?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Where are you headed?
Not home.
Okay.
I'm trying to find this group of people. I
Well, I
I was
think
going to say,
specifically
if you walk into
Ruby.
the parking lot, you might
Yeah.
almost get hit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn. I really like that, actually.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's great. Are we okay with it? Because that's tropey as hell,
Mhm.
and I love it. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking Breakfast Club sandwich.
Yep.
Uh, so hopping back to the parking
Yeah.
lot club, you all sort of in that moment, a car coughing to life probably serves to stop the conversation and also narratively give us a reason for us to have a break in the conversational flow as we jump back in here. And you all see on the other side of the parking lot, parked along the curb in front of the school, but over towards where the teachers' cars are parked, you see the sheriff's car, which is marked in black and brown, um, start up to life as as Sheriff Deadman gets in and starts to pull out of the lot. Do any of you all attempt to conceal yourselves as he is driving towards you and then past and out of the parking lot, or are you all just sort of trying to look nonchalant? How do each of you respond to the approaching sheriff's car?
I'm nonchalant because I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay.
I've never been less chalant in my life.
Okay.
Uh,
Continuing to look sick. She's gonna play that up.
Yep.
All right.
BJ is going to duck around a corner because she is currently carrying a bag of trash that she needs to investigate.
Fantastic. All right. Are you just sort of ducking down then behind the car? Because I think you're sort of out in the parking lot.
Yeah, essentially, she's just blocking her and the bag of trash she's got from view of the sheriff's car.
She just raccoons her way through that trash.
What does an aggressively chalant Zach look like?
I've never been less chalant, thus I am nonchalant.
Less chalant. I thought.
Yeah,
okay. I heard.
yeah.
I heard never been more chalant.
No,
My bad.
less chalant.
Nonchalant.
Okay. All right. All right.
I am negative chalant.
All right. Fantastic. So, as you all go in, you can hear the windows are rolled down in the sheriff's cruiser as he goes past, and as he comes in, he just sort of looks out at the four or at the three of you.
Three.
No, four of you. Yeah,
Three,
yeah,
'cause
that's
I'm
right.
ducked.
That's right, because you can't see BJ. Looks out at the three of you and says,
Sheriff.
"Y'all be careful, okay?"
Absolutely. Am I ever not?
And then you hear sort of as he pulls out and away from you, you can hear the squawk, and he picks up the walkie off the dash and says, "Yeah, Randy, I'm here. Yep, headed out down there now." "Yes, Randy. No, you don't have to come." And headed up and away out of the parking lot.
As he drives a bit further away, looks over it. What are we being careful about?
Yeah, I keep trying to get to that. So
while that conversation is happening, BJ is finally opening this garbage bag to see what's inside it.
I know we talked that it would be fun to, and kind of conversation that only comes up in role playing games. I know we talked about how it would be fun to almost run over Lila, but just because it sounds like there's going to be more conversation here.
I think I think I was going to start talking while walking to the car, but yeah.
Okay, so that's a fun idea. Let's potentially work that in later. But I think at this point, Lila, you come out now, and you can see these four walking. One of them carrying a like, are you carrying it, or are you actually sorting through it in the parking lot? The trash bag.
I think she lugs it over her shoulder until they get to a stopping point, and then she puts it on the ground and starts sorting through it.
Okay, so you see three of your classmates and one improbably sized raccoon in the parking lot.
Excellent. Probably by Lexi's car, I imagine.
Yeah. And describe
Okay.
your car again, Lexi.
It is a.
Is
God damn it!
Is it Alexis?
No, it is not a Lexus. It is whatever I said it was last time.
Okay, cool.
I'm
It's definitely
sorry.
that.
That's the best
Some
I
sort
can
of
give.
sports
I
Because
like
car.
any answer I give is going to be make it suddenly a 100% different car.
No, that's fair. And I should have written it down and I didn't. I'll go back and double check.
I
My
don't
bad.
have the car information.
Some sort of four-wheeled vehicle.
Yep,
Um,
something like that.
Different
Uh,
from BJ's vehicle.
yes, which is
Gonna
two-wheeled.
awkwardly
what
like
it is.
wave and head that way, but I'm nervous because the reaction to me with asking questions was weird earlier.
Yeah, Lexi's like, oh god, another person coming.
And having finally picked up what Lexi was trying to ask, Zach will go, "Oh no, Beach is fine. She's cool. Like we've worked together."
So she knows shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Said while she's sorting through the trash.
Yeah. While she's playing the trash. Yeah.
So she knows shit. Cut to BJ holding up and inspecting curiously a crushed tab can.
Right.
So am I the only one out of the loop right now?
No, they're out of the loop on you, I assume.
Okay.
Is a loop to be in
Okay.
on?
Okay, long story short, people,
I can
Ruby, weird shit going on. You
Hey.
deal with weird shit. You, what the fuck are you doing here?
I just wanted to know what the hell was going on. You all rushed out of the auditorium and seemed really upset about it. I know things have not been great with, you and the charity situation, and
Have I met Lila?
Who are you?
Yeah, I don't think so. She's in one of your classes, but
Yeah.
I think
Ruby does know Lila.
I do think from the
Ruby
garbage
does,
bag
but
that she is still
Lexi doesn't.
elbows deep in. BJ just goes, "That's Lila."
That's very helpful. Thank you.
It's Lila. She's in like 4 of our classes, Lexi.
is there a needle drop at this moment as you see Lila?
Oh, from Zakaria.
From whom?
Yes. Just constantly.
Yeah,
Literally-
from Zakario.
Zakario has a very specific problem, and literally everybody he sees that he's not related to gets needle
Yeah.
drop.
Congrats. It also pings for you on my end.
Yeah, so I would say
This
this,
is definitely for you.
Mara, just give me a weird
Yeah.
roll in this moment. If you fail
Ooh.
it, you don't get an XP. This
Okay.
is just for a fun.
Okay.
Do
Sure.
I get a weird roll?
Weird.
If you would like to.
I like rolling weird things.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what Zach's roll is.
I clicked it. Hang on. I clicked it.
Yeah,
twice.
there's things. you have to-
It'll come up asking
okay.
if you have a forward to roll. So
Yeah,
check for an
it'll
extra
be
buff.
underneath.
Oh, that's it. And right. 8.
Okay. So since Lila got a full success, how is this needle drop, which is I believe Santana's Black Magic Woman?
Mine's Black
that
Magic
right?
Woman. Yeah.
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 That's what I'm talking about. So for Zachariel, and as we the viewers see it, how is it different? Is it a full orchestral arrangement? Is it an a cappella church choir singing it?
Ooh.
How is it different than usual?
Um.
No. That's a question for Lila.
Oh, I see.
Interesting. I think it's like an a cappella version. I like that a lot.
Okay. So yeah, so you experience this kind of a cappella version of the song with just a difference that this is still that same thing, but it is I'm not going to dictate for you whether it is more intense, but it is different.
Yeah.
And you pick up on the fact that there is something different here. Maybe not entirely originating within your own heart or head or wherever you feel these emotions.
Is Zach metatextually aware of these needle drops?
I mean, in a fashion, this is a storytelling device for us.
Yeah.
In much the way that I am, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I am imagining that for Zach, this is that sort of similar pang or moment or however you categorize it of attraction upon seeing someone new.
Yeah.
But so we are using this different audio element to the fact that this feels different
Gotcha.
somehow.
Yeah.
It is maybe not and Mara, correct me if I'm wrong here, but maybe not entirely originating from within you this time. And your role, Zach, your weird role is that you can actually pick up on that a little bit.
So effectively, what I'm getting there is there's something weird about her.
Yeah,
that
like
would be fair.
yeah, that's there is something unique about this, and you are experiencing the same level of attraction
Yeah.
that you generally do, but you are also like, oh wow, if I wasn't me, I might still be experiencing this.
Yeah.
So
Does-
also, also, she's dressed to the nines. Like
Yeah.
she is really like she's dressed to kill it today. So I mean, it could just be that
Yeah.
maybe you just really have a thing for like short skirts. Like, but
Who doesn't?
so
Who
yeah,
doesn't?
Yeah.
Does
Um,
Ruby notice something between the two of them?
Oh no.
I would so
I was
As-
gonna say
that I don't
Welcome
know
to
narratively.
the
I will
drama.
say, as someone who has this problem in real life, you get real good at no selling it because you have to.
Okay.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, yeah, you in danger, girl.
yeah. I mean, if you would like, I am okay because this is an inner character thing in this moment. I'm okay with you deciding. I'm also okay with leaving it to the dice if you want to read a bad situation.
I think
Read a
just
bad
because
romance.
She was like, she's been trying to talk to him, especially because like Lexi was like, "I'll do it for you," and is like about like she's desperately just trying to talk to him.
Yeah, I
So
think also you haven't seen him see anyone else before he saw you. Like, so
yeah,
you had that moment of seeing him see you. We as the viewers got the needle drop moment, but you didn't see him see BJ or Lexi or anybody
Mhm.
else.
In my high school experience as well, though, it doesn't have to be that
Yeah.
Zach reacts at all that ticks off Ruby. It could
Yeah.
be the fact that Lila reacts at all.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was gonna
yeah,
say if you want me
absolutely.
to roll like a staying cool or something, that's also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is unfortunately 6 years before Cake's short skirt long jacket, but
We can
yeah,
have some
so
not I'm forgetting the word
you
I'm
got
trying to find.
anachronistic.
Anachronistic
You
use,
There
guys
we go.
you guys
Anachronism.
can. I'm trying to keep myself honest.
That's fair.
Go ahead and roll. Yeah, I mean this is very much an act under pressure if
Yeah.
you're trying to keep it cool.
I'm trying to be cool. Unfortunately, I'm not good at being cool. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
So go ahead and take a point of experience as you tell us how you are not cool about this.
There's a
what
blush.
Oh,
There's some
okay.
awkward. There's like, yeah, no. Lila Reed.
Ruby
in
stares
class,
daggers at you.
and I just was worried about everything, and they're saying the school the there's like a curfew now and all sorts of shit. And I just wanted to. There's something weird going on. There were like flickering lights when I went to talk to the vice principal, and I don't.
All right, fuck this. Everybody in my car.
We all gonna fit in your car?
Somebody's gonna have to ride in the trunk as I look at somebody in particular.
Who's somebody in particular?
You.
Uh,
Well,
You
I'm
know
not
I-
in the trunk.
You know I have a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, like Beach just follow. I could also
All
just,
right,
I could also
fair
just
enough.
meet you wherever you're going if you tell me where you want to go.
I need to talk to you though, apparently, Lexi.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, where do you want to go to my place? Let's say to Lexi.
I was we can do that. We can probably my parents are in New York right now. And my sister's at school and the housekeeper will leave us alone. And also my place isn't in a sketch as fuck neighborhood, no offense.
I mean, it would have to be a neighborhood for it to be a sketch as fuck neighborhood, but fair.
Exactly.
Also, you don't have to go through a gated community to mine.
We can get into the gated community. I mean, we can go to your place too. That's fine too.
Wherever works. I can meet you there, or we can ride together.
All right, you're in the back seat, new person.
Has BJ found anything of note in this garbage bag?
Actually, no, you're shotgun.
Yeah, Ruby was about to offer that.
And it is that
Yeah.
much of a no, you're shotgun.
Okay.
I like the utterly unsubtle maneuvering. BJ,
yeah.
go ahead and give me an investigate a mystery roll, please.
The mystery of the trash bag.
Apparently not.
Oof.
That was Snake Eyes.
Yeah, no. There is this is apparently was a cafeteria bag. So not only do you not find anything of particular note, you now smell like a 3+ day old cafeteria trash.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll like, all right, well, this one's useless. Tie it
I
up,
will
toss it.
I will just, as a result of the fail, go ahead and mark the XP if
Yeah.
you didn't already. And I will give you a -1 forward on charm rolls until you get a chance to wash off the stank.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Beach, you smell like somebody threw up on you. Could you just like step back that way, please?
She just sort of looks at you, like offers the fuck do you want from me shrug. And then
Not be up for you, to not be downwind of me.
and then like wraps the bag back up, hops back on the motorcycle and does the drive-by fling of like drag the bag, hit the gas from the motorcycle, drive by the garbage can, and just sling it back in as she drives by.
Right on.
Fantastic. All right.
I will climb in the back with Ruby.
All right. So go ahead.
This has nothing to do with storyline. Because in my head, when we're talking about like the weird encounter and the obvious awkward encounter and everything, I was thinking of the Hunter Saja boys first encounter in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Mhm.
So when you said Ruby, I did not hear Ruby.
Yeah, no.
You heard
Yeah.
Rumi?
Me.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Same thing.
All right. So, so BJ, you are on the bike by yourself. Are you following?
Yeah, presumably.
Okay. What conversations, if any, unfold as you are driving back up north?
I am turning up the volume in the front speakers of the stereo, but not the back.
Excellent. Do you have is the car at this point new enough to have a built-in CD player, or do you have one of those that goes into a cassette, like there is a jack and it goes into kind of a dummy
Right.
cassette? that you
No,
plug
I
in?
think this is like a new car.
Okay. All right.
Definitely has a CD player.
Okay. What CD is in there?
It is
Does it have more than one CD in it? Because they did have those like multi-track CD players.
yes, no, the CD changers were still a thing at this point, and I think so.
Okay. Then it's in the but the problem is they're in the like under the armrest Like
Right.
they weren't in the console.
You have to pull it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to pull it out, load them in like a cartridge, and then yeah.
100%. I think it is I don't remember the actual name of the album, but it's Roxette's album.
What year is this?
Fantastic. 95.
It is the album specifically is Look Sharp.
Amazing. All right. Look sharp.
And the song specifically right now is yeah, no, they're that much of a chaotic bitch. We go to the last track, which is Listen to Your Heart.
Awesome. All right, fantastic. All
Uh,
right.
While writing, BJ is, now that she's been put on alert, keeping an eye out on trash cans that she passes by and seeing if any of them have been picked up.
All right. Yeah, no. They have not. You can see a couple places where they've actually been knocked over at this point later in the day just by traffic going past or dogs trying to get in. You're not really driving through an area of town that's going to have a lot of raccoons or possums or other things like that, but you can definitely see, yeah, looks like the trash is has not been addressed at this point. That, by the way, was the thing from your luck, if that
Yeah,
was
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are looking at that as we are driving along, heading north. I would assume you all shoot down Irving Road to the circle, or would you take the long way going down to Cemetery Road?
Nothing like a romantic
come
trip
down-
Cemetery Road.
Yeah, so you can go. You can either come out of the high school, take a left, go down Irving Road until you come to Cemetery Road, just past Murray's Mega Center,
Right.
which will tape you up past the cemetery, past the Grove. Sen, you weren't here last week. I did note the spelling of Cemetery Road is intentional. That's how it is spelled on maps.
Yeah,
of the town.
I think that's probably the way.
Okay, because the other way you go down past Town Hall,
Right.
the town circle around the Bluestone Monolith,
And
then
go
up
either
D'Souza
Main
Drive.
or D'Souza. Yeah.
Yeah, but that will possibly be a little slower depending on traffic. Cemetery Road tends to be a little bit quieter.
That makes sense.
Okay, so you all head off down that way, and as you come down and turn onto Cemetery Road past Murray's Mega Center, parking lot is it's about maybe a quarter full. It's a big parking lot, but it's also a big store. Murray's Mega Center is sort of a combination of like an Ollie's and a Walmart. And Ollie's is basically a surplus overstock store. So it is a place where narratively we can go to get things that might
It's
not
a mega
otherwise be
Costco.
available on a small. Yeah, but also with the concept of like you might go in and they have nothing but
Weird.
carpet offcuts today. But anyway, you all go down and turn onto that. Looking out, you can see the Bierce River flowing off to the west, and the rolling, very expansive Nightgrove Cemetery. Grave markers, tombstones, statuary, and mausoleums stretching out all the way to the river. There are trees here and there, and tucked far and away towards the center, you can see the cemetery keeper's hut.
So, brain screaming at me from multiple different angles because proximity to attraction people. Zach will lean over towards Ruby and just like get close enough that she can hear him over the music. And it's like, so what do you have to talk? What's going on? What do you talk to me about?
Yeah. Weird stuff has been happening to me, and Lexi said you could help me.
I mean, probably. What sort of weird stuff?
I mean, if I tell you, it'll just sound like I'm crazy.
I promise you, I've heard and seen crazier.
Okay. So for about the past week, I've been having these horrible nightmares, and they're different than regular ones.
Okay.
And the one that I had before I woke up this morning was about Mark. And he was killed, I guess, but like his face was used for like a scarecrow.
Give me the detail.
And
Just tell me in detail.
it lit up. Okay. What all does she know on what had happened?
So as far as the dream,
Yeah. Was
um,
it literally the whole cold
no,
open?
no, it
Okay.
was not. It was not the whole thing. You have these sort of like twisting images of as you think back on it. You have rain lashing down on a burning cornfield.
Mhm.
You have images of uh, uh, snakes or something squirming through beneath the stalks of corn. You have the image of a figure from behind turned towards the sunset. Um,
Is
eh,
that figure similar to the one she saw in her backyard?
no, no,
Okay.
this figure, from what you can tell, is bald, bared, and you can see its head sort of dips away from you as flames start to lick up its back. And then the last part of the dream is that image of a dark field sort of panning up, with a figure wearing a coat with a long coat whipping in the breeze, and coming up, and then a broad brimmed hat, and then the face. That figure is similar to what you saw in your backyard this
Okay.
morning.
Okay. So then that's going to be the next thing.
Um, yeah.
Um,
And that is the one that, at least in your dream, had Mark's face.
Okay. So yeah, so she tells you this and says there's one more thing. When I was getting ready this morning, I looked out my bathroom window and there was a figure standing in my backyard watching me. But then I looked away for a second and it was gone.
Like a stalker or somebody?
I don't know, sort of like what Mark turned into, I guess. Long coat, hat.
Does anything that she's been describing to me jump out as something I would recognize?
Not really. I mean, individually, you've heard of snakes in a cornfield. You've heard of crops on fire. Um, but other than that, just kind of nothing more than any connections that you yourself might choose to make.
Could
Right?
I would it be a like a use magic roll or something to just sort of like check and see if there is some sort of magical incantation on her, like some sort of effect on her that's causing these dreams?
Yeah, like essentially the equivalent of like detecting magic or
Yeah.
detecting affluence, or however you would
Yeah.
describe it that way. All right. So how would you do that?
I'll look over what sorry, what kind of I'm gonna have to ask for details. What kind of car is this, Jeremy? Is it the kind that has a window between the front
It's
and the
a
back?
sports car.
Okay, so
It
no.
is.
The open convertible
It's
open.
a yeah, it's a sports car convertible. Um the top is up currently.
Um, in that case, rather than I'm not gonna do it just yet. He's gonna lean forward, so that he's sort of poke his head up between the two in the front and look over at Lexi. Change plans. We are going to need to go to my place.
Okay.
Has
Wait.
Nice.
I turned down the volume. What are you guys talking about?
Has Lila just been like turned around watching them, or what is I mean, obviously Lexi has been driving. What has Lila been doing while this is going on?
I think Lila's been kind of like panicked. I'm in a car with my new favorite crut, my new one true love, possibly. Entirely possible.
I'll kill you.
And but the person I want to be with my best friend is mad at me for obscure reasons. I don't think she picks up on it because that's funnier.
Yeah.
And is trying to probably trying to listen in on this, but not doing well, and it's too I don't think she'd risk being yelled at or possibly kicked out of the car to do anything.
And now I'm
So-
invading your space, leaning forward.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So what was the question you asked, Jeremy?
Sorry, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, she told me about some dreams she's been having.
There is a noticeable like pinch to the nose.
And
Yep,
Did you
yep,
want me to-
that's exactly what. And then I just turned the volume off.
Did
Because
you want me to tell him that?
yes, that's definitely what I want. That you did need to talk about that, and that's definitely what you should have been talking about at that point. So
Lila, how are you
we
responding
need to go back. Why?
How are you responding to Zach's ear being like right next to your mouth?
Huh. Well, having a moment.
Close to see the blonde stubble. You can actually see it this close.
She is going to slide a little bit of ways because interesting things. I need to concentrate. This is
Fantastic.
distracting.
Fantastic. All right.
So it answers the question because my kit's there. I kind of left home in a hurry this morning.
Fine.
Hit.
right.
Vroom.
Whoa.
Honestly, it's just
At
you just take a right when you get to Main Street rather than
Yeah. Okay.
when you
Fair.
turn around.
I love that if Lexi did that though, that throws Ruby into Zach.
Oh, that there is still a hard turn.
Yep. Are we okay with this being a U-turn? Like you haven't quite reached the turnoff to. I see BJ's house is right between the cemetery and the grove, which tracks. That seems to make sense.
I was about to say I picked the spot that seemed like the best place for a creepy rundown house.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perfect.
So can we? Are we okay? Just as sort of as our final scene for the
Sure.
end scene before credits roll. Are we okay with that being before we get there? And you make a perfectly fine to a teenager, otherwise very inadvisable like bootlegger turn.
Sure.
Effectively at this point. And BJ, you I assume swerve to follow.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's not even a swerve because like she's riding a motorcycle, so it is full on just like
Kira
like
slide.
she's it's just like a Kira slide. It's like drive past, hard turn, slide, and then kick back up and pull back after.
Well,
Okay.
now I'm distracted.
Ruby on top of Zach again. Sorry.
Oops, my bad.
We gotta stop being like this. He says with like a grin on his face.
What kind of
It's fine.
dreams?
So,
Well,
Oh.
question,
did I do that at Kira slide directly out front of my house? At that point,
yeah, I think that's fun. I think that's fun. So, as you turn and start going back, you just your dad is like raking in the yard and just is like.
there's just a 2-finger wave. It's like I'm going too fast. The edge is too loud to say anything, but it's wave.
And as you all peel back, we will pick up on that conversation next time because we are at or past our time. And as the cars start heading back south, the camera sort of pans back up to one of the trees on the western side of the road, and as it goes back, we see sort of leaning out from behind that tree, watching the cars as they head south. We see a figure, long coat, moving somewhat in the breeze, heavy boots at the bottom, and a broad-brimmed hat. Watching as you head off back south, and that's where we'll stop for the week. Thanks very much, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. Join us next week as we return to the stars for our turtle-shaped Star Wars crew. The ship being turtle-shaped, not the crew yet. And in 2 weeks, ideally, we'll be back here in Nightgrove as well. So thanks, everybody. Take care of yourselves out there. I neglected to say it at the top of the show, so I'm going to say it really quickly here. Just remember, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Science is real. Get vaccinated. 'Tis the season. Overlay's haunted. And finally, doesn't it kind of seem like if federal employees aren't getting paid, that the people making those decisions also shouldn't be getting paid? Food for thought. Anyway,
Happy Gluttony
um,
Month.
um, uh, it's weird how Murray's Mega Center is having a special on pitchforks and torches right now. So take care, everybody.
Always good to buy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.